when startups come, we say, you need money, it will be my money. Don't worry about money. With startups, one of the problem, which is more of a social problem, especially in our country or countries, economies like ours, because many of these people are not coming from a very well-off families where they can afford to be working without earning, right? So few months into the business and the social pressure starts to come in. Where is the money? You continue to either borrow money or take money from home and you don't bring anything. And a stage comes when the pressure gets so high that the poor kid says, okay, let me go back into 9 to 5 job, right? And leaves his passion behind. So what we say is, we'll also pay you salary as per market. So the entrepreneur now earns money from the day he comes into our business as per more or less his market needs or his market demand, right? So that piece, the social pressure is taken away completely. You say, okay, what else is your problem? And I talked about all the other infrastructure, etc., which they get. Another problem is when I go out and I'd say, oh, this is my company, and say you will close. Because what if you close tomorrow? How can I trust my business to you? And the moment they say, oh no, I'm a company of JBS, now that risk is taken away. How do you ensure sustainability, right? I have a corporate structure and I'm part of, hence corporate sustainability is there. Who do you report to? You report to Vicar, who is again well known and people know, etc., etc. So all the problems and what else? What if I make a loss? How will I get money? We take care of all your losses. Don't worry about losses. All losses are ours, right? Not yours. No equity will be diluted if you make a loss. It's my loss. You just go live your passion, live your dream. If you don't make that happen, then of course we'll talk about something that it won't work. And in some cases, maybe it won't. Because, when you acquire 8, 10, 15, 20, depending on where we'll end up, there will be some failures. And I don't make decisions because I fear failure, right? I'm all for failing in my life, and I've failed many times in my life. I love failures. Only because I love failure, I've become successful. So you can't love success without loving failure. So we're not scared to take risk as long as I explained the 4 fundamentals, starting from passion of founder. If we find it there, it's well worth taking a risk and it's living our purpose.
Right. Okay. But on a separate note, like socially, do you think that we Pakistanis are more risk averse and we do not celebrate failures? Like this is something in our social fabric, cultural fabric?
Oh, we hate failure, not love. We absolutely hate failure. Failure is a cuss word in this country. It's a curse word in this country. And since our birth, we have, or we believe we have a magic formula, right? And the magic formula is follow me, right? So when a kid is born, a parent tells him, follow me. Don't look here and there. Don't think. Don't empower yourself. Follow what I'm telling you to follow. He goes into a school. The teacher says, follow me. Don't think. Don't experiment. If you do exactly what I'm telling you to do, you will succeed. And success means moving to the next grade. And the more you follow me, the more with flying colors you will go to the next grade. Then he goes into universities and the teacher says, follow me, right? Then he goes to businesses and companies and the boss says, follow me, right? So we have created a generation of order takers, order executors. We have not created a generation of thinkers. Thinking and innovating by definition means you will fail, right? Let people experiment, let people think, let people be independent, and let kids be independent as a start. Now, it doesn't mean you don't give them the structure. And it's the structure of responsibility and accountability that needs to be there. But within that framework, let them be on their own, right? but we don't do it. And we mistakenly thought our magic formula of success is follow me. Sadly, it has been the magic formula of failures, right? So we absolutely hate the word failure. If someone fails, we curse him from society. He's an outcast. The guy doesn't leave home for 5 days, right?
Right, and that is why we are risk averse, like we are not risk takers.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we are not thinkers either. So innovation by definition means failing. I said it somewhere else. Recently, I read that top 5 companies of the world spend $185 billion in R&D, right? Now, think about it. Our size of total economy of Pakistan is 300 billion. In terms of dollars or more or less, right? Top companies of the world spend more than 50% of it just on R&D. R&D by definition means trying, experimenting, failing. And even if one succeeds, they get return. You understand? Thomas Edison invented the bulb, right? He failed 9,999 times before he invented the bulb. If he did not love failing, we would not have had light today. You know, so my theory is we must learn to love failures.